Bonjour! Welcome back to Chef Live. My name is Bob Fromage, and this is Executive Chef Luciano Pellegrini. Not only good looking, but a master chef. How are you today?
I'm good, Bob, and thank you very much for the good looking part.
You are welcome.
And you're not so bad looking yourself.
Why, thank you.
Anytime. Today we're going to prepare a spelt pasta. Spelt is a grain that is like the forefather of wheat. It actually was used in ancient time before wheat was. They actually found a trace or a record of people using spelt back in the Roman time, Etrurian times. And basically, you see it here, it looks almost like whole wheat, and it is whole grain spelt pasta. Actually better for anybody who has a diabetes problem. It does have a lower glycemic index, which means it breaks down our sugar in the blood much slower. So we're going to cook that today with some sausage, pork sausage, made at home, which I have over here. I'm actually going to cut the casing off and peeling it off. And then I'm just going to put the sausage in a pan, which I already have conveniently hot on the stovetop. You know why I want my pan to be hot?
Why?
Because I want the sausage to sear. I don't want it to boil.
Oh.
So the moment I put it in, it starts frying already.
So you like your pot like I like my women. Hot.
That was nice. All right. So we're going to break it up in a pan. I'm going to add some olive oil here. And in the meanwhile, we get some onions here, some green onions.
Why? Why green onions? Why not regular or red?
Just because of the flavor. They do have a milder flavor, so I didn't want to have a very strong onion flavor. I'm actually going to add green onion and shallots to this dish.
Oh.
And as you can see, I'm just doing a rough chop, nothing too fancy. And I use a shallot, get rid of the first part here. And I'm breaking my sausage up even more. Now this sausage, I made this sausage. This recipe for this sausage was given to me by a family friend. And the recipe has been in his family for hundreds and hundreds of years. So it's a very special sausage.
Wow, that is a long time to have a recipe in your family.
No, it is.
Very nice of you to share with us.
Actually, it was this gentleman's family, and I was so lucky that he shared it with me. So I'm going to slice my whole shallot and then chop it, cut it across, just like that. And I also have some garlic here. Definitely want a little garlic in this recipe.
And everybody knows garlic is one of my favorites.
Oh, so is mine, Bob. I hardly cook without garlic. So I put the sausage in the pan first because I want the meat to roast a little bit.
It already smells fantastic.
Yeah, doesn't it though? And you see already the meat is nice and brown. So at this point, I'm actually going to add then my onion. Just like that.
Oh, that is even better.
This is going to be so delicious, Bob.
Cannot wait. Cannot wait.
Saute a little bit, and then here we have some heirloom tomatoes. Now, do you know what a heirloom tomato is, Bob?
Of course, it's a tomato that has been in the family for years.
Well, close enough. Actually, a heirloom tomato is a tomato who has never been messed with, engineered, or anything. So this is how the tomato grew to begin with, and it's an original seed. It was never crossed with another tomato seed. Oh. And you see them, they're all kind of ugly. They're all different shapes. They're not like the tomatoes you find at the grocery store that are all the same size, all the same color, and they all taste pretty much the same. And there is not much. So heirloom tomato instead tend to have a much richer flavor, just like the tomatoes we grew I grew in my garden when I was growing up. So I'm actually going to dice this, just like that. So first I slice, and then I cut across.
You are very good at slicing tomatoes.
Do I have what, Bob? I didn't hear. What'd you say, Bob?
I said you are good at slicing tomatoes.
Oh, well, thank you.
You have skills. You are like a ninja in the kitchen.
I'm a ninja chef.
Yes.
Okay, so now I'm adding a little bit of olive oil here. It's so that I'm actually frying the onion. And I slice and cube the other tomato. So again, I cut my slices and then I cube them. So I actually have here one red tomato and one yellow tomato. And you can see actually the meat of the tomato is so fleshy, so grainy.
Yes.
It just speaks volumes of flavor just by looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm actually going to save some of these tomatoes because I'm going to use them later. So just a little bit of the yellows. I'm going to use this for when I plate the dish. So I'm going to set this aside. And then I'm going to put the rest in the pan.
Wow. I wish the people at home could smell that. Wow.
I know, it smells delicious. These are my favorite smells.
Wow.
Onion, garlic, sausage.
Hey,
Anyway,
Luciano,
yes, Bob.
did you know that wow backwards is wow?
Did not know that, Bob.
And wow upside down is mom?
Anyway, here I'm actually going to put salt in the water where I'm going to cook the pasta. So
Okay.
you always want to cook pasta in salted water, otherwise the pasta will have no flavor. Obviously, if you have a problem with high blood pressure, you might want to use less salt than I would. And I'm going to actually drop the pasta down now, and we're going to take a little break while the pasta cooks and my sauce here is going. And if you missed any step of this recipe, where should I go, Bob?
They should go to cheflive.com. They can get the rest of this recipe and many, many more.
Absolutely, so we'll catch you back in a minute or two.
Or 3, maybe 2. Hurry back. Welcome back to Chef Live. I am Chef Bob, and this is Luciano, and we are in the middle of cooking something so delicious. How are we?
Absolutely, Bob. I just added a little more olive oil because it's getting a little dry, and I'm about to add my rapini to the pan. Now, rapini is a great vegetable for you, dark, leafy green. Absolutely the best.
They look good.
So
They
again,
smell
we're
good.
gonna rough chop, like so, and add it to the pan. And I'm actually gonna season a little bit now. I'm gonna add a little crushed pepper, a little salt, not too much because the sausage, it's already seasoned. So I'm gonna actually let the rapini wilt a little bit, just like that.
That was a fancy move.
Did you like that?
I
Let me do
love
again.
it.
There you go.
Wow.
So you see now the rapini are wilted. I don't want to overcook it. The pasta here is ready. I'm actually going to pull the pasta out. So this is a trick. And put some of the water into the pan, and then put the pasta in as well.
The very
And
fancy trick. I like.
It's a little trick.
Why do
so
you do
we-
the trick though?
Well,
Other than to
because-
look good for the ladies.
Absolutely. And because the pasta was a little dry, so you wanted to add a little moisture to it.
Ah.
Aha.
That makes sense.
And now you see, I'll actually turn this one off. Now we want to lower the fire on the pan. We want the sauce to simmer into the pasta. And then we're going to add a little bit of fresh ricotta,
That sounds good.
just like that. And then
Fancy move.
and then we're just gonna flip it again. Make sure
You are so good.
Thank you, Bob.
You impress me every day.
You're so easily impressed, Bob.
Then why do you do it so many times to get me to go, wow?
Wow, okay. Here we have a terracotta dish. We're actually gonna put this in the oven and bake for a little bit. So now I'm gonna put our pasta right in here. I know.
I am getting excited.
And kind of flatten it a little bit. I'm gonna set these aside for now. Then we're gonna take a mozzarella and slice it.
Very nice.
Very nice.
I love cheese. As you can tell by my jokes, no?
Absolutely. What is your last name again?
Fromage.
And we're gonna top the pasta with the mozzarella, just like that. Right, look at that.
That looks nice.
Doesn't that look great? And we're gonna put some pepper over the top. And guess what we're gonna do next, Bob?
Ask me another question that I can't answer?
Okay. I'm gonna drizzle some olive oil over the top, right there.
Oh, does Popeye mind you use so much olive oil?
I do. I love olive oil, I love butter, I love salt. Now this baby is gonna go in the oven for about 5 to 10 minutes at 450 degrees. You want a very nice hot oven. The pasta's already cooked. You don't want to cook it too much. And or as hot as your oven will go. And while we wait, we will go to a commercial. And if anybody have missed any step of this recipe, what should I do, Bob?
They should go to cheflive.com and there they can get a recipe for this and many, many, many more. Lots of good stuff.
Absolutely. We'll see you back in a few.
We'll be here. Come on, hurry up. Welcome back to Chef Live. I am Chef Bob. This is Luciano. Hey, I say we cook something good.
I say I did.
Okay, I mean you.
I think the pasta is ready now. We're about to take it out of the oven.
I cannot wait to taste it. It smells so good.
No, look at that. That is delish. So we're actually going to let it set for a minute or two.
No, let's eat it now.
No, it needs to set. Also because I need to prepare the tomato and the mozzarella here.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to prepare the garnish for the pasta. And I'm going to use the tomatoes that I saved earlier. And I'm going to cut some mozzarella. And I'm going to make like a caprese sort of salad, tomato and mozzarella, but cubed and mixed together. Just like that.
That is going to be so good.
It is.
Can you do the flippy thing with that bowl?
Sure. Watch me. You see that?
Wow! That wasn't as good.
Yeah, no, that bowl is too little.
Oh,
if I had a bigger bowl, I would be.
I still think you are amazing.
Some fresh basil there. We're going to add some pepper and a little salt. And guess what?
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 Olive oil!
There you go, Bob. You're catching on.
Of course, I am learning from the master.
And we are going to chop a little shallot for the salad as well. So just going to take a little bit right there. Not too much. And this time we're going to fine chop because this is going to be in the salad. It's going to be raw. We're not going to cook it. So we want it as fine as possible.
Of course, you chop like I like my women. Fine.
You are funny, Bob.
Of course, of course.
And we're gonna mix that, just like that. And if it was somebody who was very hungry, he could eat the whole thing, but
so I will eat the whole thing.
If you wanted to.
You know I do. That looks so good.
I'm gonna put that one right in there. So there you go, a little pan like that will make enough for 4, and then we're gonna add the tomato and mozzarella salad.
Wow.
Right there. So now we're gonna have Something hot, something cold, but something equally delicious. And we're gonna add a little basil right there, just for garnish, a couple of leaves. And then we're going to, again, put some black pepper and, of course,
olive oil! It's
just
good with
because
everything.
it's so good for you. And that is our pasta dish for today.
Oh my gosh.
And guess what, Bob? Since I was so good and I did that so fast, I'm
Yeah?
actually going to prepare a little dessert too today. Real quick dessert. I'm
Ooh.
going to prepare a little zabaione
Yeah?
with fresh berry.
Now, before you start, just so
Yes.
you know, I like my dessert like I like my women. Sweet
I thought you liked them hot.
and hot
Okay, sweet and
sweet.
hot. Bob, you're just a mess.
and fresh.
Why don't you admit it that you just like them or you like all kinds of women, huh?
Of course, of course.
Of course. So we got some blueberries, beautiful blueberries here. We got some beautiful strawberry as well. We're going to actually cut up the strawberries a little bit so they are similar in size to the blueberries.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to put some strawberry in first, then a little blackberry, then a little strawberry, then a little blackberry, blueberries. Oop, I'm getting confused, Bob.
No blackberry.
No blackberry and the blueberry, and I'm just gonna toss them in there. And that part is done. Then here, for the zabaione, let me move this aside. We have a stainless steel bowl.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna take some eggs and we're gonna do a coconut water zabaione. Nice and fresh and very summery. So what we're gonna do is actually gonna just put the yolks, the egg yolks, in the bowl. Just like that.
Why only yolk? Why not white?
Because this is sort of a custard. It is like a custard, but it's just it has a lot of air in it. And when you do a custard, you only use usually yolks, and it becomes a little lighter. Egg whites a little heavier.
Got you.
And like they used to say, the fail-safe recipe for zabaione, if I get to open this up, is chef-proof.
It is okay. We need to fill some time on this episode anyway.
You use twice as much liquid as you have in egg yolks. So I'm actually going to put in 8 half eggshells worth of the coconut water. Have you been counting, Bob? I guess that's 8.
No. I watched, but I don't
I know,
count.
I trick you. I didn't ask you to. So I'm going to add some sugar right there. And then
I counted the sugar. You put in 34,242 grains.
just about. Very good. You paid attention that time. How much there now? And we're going to basically do it over fire. We're just going to whip that up. So what we're doing is I'm actually adding a lot of air into the liquid. And then when the liquid gets nice and hot, it will cook the egg yolks and it will become nice and thick.
Okay.
So this is going to take a couple of minutes. So do you have any questions for me, Bob, while I do this?
No, not at all. I just actually want to stay away from the fire so I don't burn my mustache off.
Absolutely. I wouldn't do that, Bob.
You know, I asked my dad if I should grow this mustache before I did, and he said, Bob, with a nose like that, why underline it? But I did.
But you did anyway.
Yes, and I like it.
And that's quite an underline. Now, where'd you get your hair there, Bob? From your mom or from your dad?
From my cat. Don't ask me how. It's a long story.
It's a long story.
No, he's from my mom. I only joking. You yoke, I yoke. I'm in the crazy mood today.
There you go. You see how fluffy it's becoming, Bob?
Oh, yes.
It's almost ready. If you do it on a stovetop on direct fire, chances are you might burn or cook the egg. So you might want to do this on a bain-marie.
Okay. That is looking good.
It is.
It is probably boring to watch at home, but it looks good.
It does. So nice and foamy and very light. So this is like eating air, spoonful of air.
Wow. I am ready too. You are making me so hungry.
Patience, Bob, patience.
Okay,
Almost ready. Look at that.
The best things come to those who wait.
And I think we are done. So you actually want to then take it off the fire, whisk it a little more, and then you just pour in a glass, just like that.
Oh my gosh.
And Bob, that was it for today. I think we have two great dishes. We have the pasta that is gonna make you more Italian than you'll ever be, and your zabaione, our bonus dessert for a day.
Well, that sounds very good. I cannot wait to eat them. Can we eat them?
After you say goodbye.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, we shall see you next time. Don't forget to go to the website, cheflive.com, to get this recipe and more. We will see you next time. Au revoir!
Au revoir. Ciao.
Ciao. Does that mean au revoir?
One scotch, one bourbon, one beer. One scotch,